madness that goes on when someone gets a DUI, particularly a first-time DUI, is in some ways a life-altering experience, or it may seem that way initially. The person is usually arrested and bail is placed on them. They will remain in custody unless and until they are bonded out. And if they are bonded out, the first thing they should worry about is the 10-day rule with respect to the Department of Motor Vehicles. They need to set up the DMV hearing. The next important date in a DUI, particularly here in San Diego, is the arraignment. Now, the arraignment is the first court appearance. Many times the attorney can appear without the client having to come to court and taking time off from work or away from their family or loved ones. And that is an opportunity to address whether or not the client is in jail or not, and also to address what their plea is. If the plea is a not guilty, then there will be a readiness conference. Now, what you're looking for in a DUI attorney is someone who will be proactive and advise you accordingly, as opposed to being reactive. Proactive meaning using the time from the arrest until the first court date to the best of their abilities and to your advantage as a client. You want someone who will be proactive in their discussions with the prosecutor to make sure going into that first readiness conference that you know as the client, as much as humanly possible, what to expect and what the realistic outcomes are of that court date. You want an attorney who will be, again, proactive with the prosecutor, trying to set up a meeting or present any and all evidence, either in defense of the charges or in mitigation, to make the city attorney or the district attorney see you as more than a blood alcohol level and to see you as more than a name on a criminal complaint, to humanize you and to effectively represent you. That is what needs to be done. Well, when represented properly in a DUI, people could have their license saved. They could avoid what are sometimes known as mandatory jail times, depending on the type of the offense. They could find alternatives to actual jail time if jail time is usually imposed. And in many cases, you could have the charges drastically reduced, if not outright dismissed, and have your license, but more importantly, your freedom and your good name saved.